Michael in Greer. Yes, sir.
Hi, Bill. Yeah, I just wanted to comment on what's going on in Central Texas. It's just beyond awful. My brother's over there. He lives in Dallas, and his church group went there to help out. He told me an interesting and somewhat concerning story. He met a gentleman from the National Weather Service office in San Antonio, and he said if their office had not been decimated by Trump and Doge, they would have gotten warnings out. But when you get rid of 70% of the people in office, yeah, how do you expect them to do their jobs? This is all on Trump.
I had a feeling. Are you even listening to the show right now?
But we saved a few bucks, so it's probably worth the trade-off.
Yep, it's absolutely worth the trade-off. Not even listening to the show. Same guy, JJ. Yeah, he's tried to call in. Yeah, I don't know that. I would have to see where those particular Doge cuts have actually taken effect, since they all get enjoined. I'd also have to see how that's even possible, because I'm almost certain those radar arrays are still up. So there's still somebody reading them. And they put out all kinds of warnings. All kinds of warnings happened about this 12, 14 hours before. But anyway, same guy. Yeah. I know he's not listening, but listen, dude. If you got to keep changing your name and changing your phone number to call in about, and you're not even listening to the show, I just gave you the most time you're ever going to get with me again. I recognize your voice. I'm not even going to let your preamble happen with the, oh, it's horrible, it's this, it's that, but it's all on Trump. Yeah, sure it is. Sure it is. Who was Hurricane Helene on? See, this is the thing. What they're saying about what happened in Texas is this. They got 20 inches of rain really fast, and they had a storm front that loitered over one area. And I've seen time lapses of the rising of the rivers. And they had basically the same thing that happened in Western North Carolina with Hurricane Helene, where you had a front that came in there and just loitered and dumped all kinds of rain. So for anybody out there that wants to put this on Trump, Trump doesn't control the weather. And if he did, he certainly wouldn't be going out there and going after Texas. So Trump has as much control over the weather as you do. There is no way to anticipate movement of a storm front. You can see where it's going. You can see where it is. But what if it's going 40 miles an hour across and then it just stops? What happens then? What happens then? So, yeah. I'm still trying to fathom why you would call a radio show you're not listening to. What are you getting out of that? What are you doing during the day to where you're like, all right, which radio show am I going to call into that I'm not going to listen to today? Which one of those is it going to be? So anyway, I wish I knew what that guy's name was. Let's just call him Lawrence Liar. Can we call him that from here on out? Do you recognize his voice, JJ? Okay. Well, next time he calls in, just let me know it's Lawrence Liar. Although he does seem to be, he was Nick last time. This time he was Michael. But we can just make him Lawrence. We can just make him. I dubbed thee Lawrence. Let's see if we can get this get this call in real quick. Let's go to Mike. Yes, sir.
Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? I'm a frequent listener to your show. I love your show. And here's the deal. The only thing that's in Donald Trump's lap right now about what happened in Texas is if he can get FEMA off their tail and the rest of the